Okay, listen, you know you're a good person, right? Your friends, all the people around you also know you're a good person. But the people who don't know you, yeah, they can only make that decision based off your actions. And sometimes your actions are not an accurate representation of that. And that in itself is horrifyingly embarrassing. I am turning 30, and for the next 30 days until my birthday, I'm gonna be telling you something embarrassing I did that quite literally weighs so heavy on my character and my soul. When I was younger, I desperately wanted an American Girl doll, okay? All my friends had one, and they all had one that either looked like them or had like the same cultural background as them. When I went to go buy mine, they didn't have a Cuban American Girl doll, okay? And I still don't think they have one, which is okay, but I wanted something closer to home. I didn't want to settle for a Samantha or a Becky. No, I clearly couldn't do that with someone with a basic ass bitch name as Brittany. What I did was I bought this little Mexican doll named Marisol, okay? And don't come for me on some white Latina shit, okay? I know me and Marisol looked nothing alike, okay? But I found some camaraderie in the fact that we were both Latina, so it worked. The second I brought her home, me and Marisol were inseparable, okay? When I showered, Marisol showered. When I got my first training bra, Marisol got her first training bra. And when I stuffed my bra with tissue paper, suddenly I had a doll with fucking double D's. As much love as I held in my heart when I was younger, I also carried a lot of fear, okay? And I've carried that fear years later, and let's be real, until this very day. That fear definitely had to do with the fact that I was watching scary movies at way too young of an age, and that fear one day took over love when it came to Marisol. One day, I went to put Marisol down for a nap in her crib, okay? And if you've ever had an American Girl doll, when you stand them up, their eyes are wide open. But if you lay them down, their eyes close. As I'm laying her down, her eyes close. But when I fully let go of her, suddenly her eyes are wide open. And I tell you that I looked down at that crib and thought to myself, it seems that Marisol has a soul. And that did not sit right with mine. At that moment, I realized no one was gonna come save me, okay? And that I was not a priest, but I took it upon myself that I would exorcise the demon that was now inside of Marisol, okay? With nothing but a backpack and a very terrifying illustrated Bible for children. Into my backyard, carrying my backpack, Marisol, and my Bible because I needed the outdoors and I needed space. First thing I did was I immediately threw her on the ground because I wanted to see if like maybe her eyes would close now, but nope, that shit was still open. I was really scared of her, okay? And out of fear, I kicked her across my backyard. Now I run to her and her eyes are still open. So now I'm like kicking her, screaming like, get away from me! And then when I went to go check on her after the second kick, to my horror, I found her eye twitching like this. In my heart, I just knew my best friend was gone, okay? And in her place, inside was a breathing demon. So I picked her up and I said, I will suffocate it out of you, and shoved her in a backpack and zipped it shut. I'm wailing at the backpack with one arm, like reading my Bible out loud, when from the corner of my eye, I notice my Mexican backyard neighbors watching me do this. To me, all I see is a demon, okay? And I'm trying to avenge my best friend's possession. But to my neighbors, all they see is a white devil. Because I was so young, I didn't register the fact that their horror on their face wasn't for the fact that little old me, in the armpit of the country, in my own backyard, had caught a demon in my backpack. It wasn't until years later when I realized that they never let their kids play with me again. And one day I was like, oh. Honestly fair, because why would they let their kids when I didn't even let up on the doll? Well, I was horrified by what my neighbors probably thought of me. Okay, I did eventually get Marisol's eyes to close, so was it worth it? No, it wasn't.